That breaking news, vehicles downtown are being tagged, told to move immediately. Good evening, I'm Marius Payton.
And I'm Lauren Lowry. It comes after WSMV4 investigates discovered prime parking spaces downtown in a city garage taken up by cars that appear to have been parked there for weeks, maybe even months. WSMV4 investigative reporter Courtney Allen first actually uncovered this problem for drivers. Courtney, these warnings were issued just days after you started asking some of these questions.
That's right, Marius. Lauren, for weeks now, we've been documenting how many cars have just been sitting in the city's public square parking garage, taking up some of the most affordable parking spots downtown. Cars with flat tires. These have no plates. Several more have expired plates, some as long ago as 2012. And we're not the only ones who noticed. Tyree Peters did too when he parked for the Rock and Roll Marathon downtown last weekend.
There was one right next to me. It was like covered in dust, so it looks like it's been sitting there for a while.
The cars in question are at the Public Square Garage, a Metro-owned garage that Mayor Freddie O'Connell has encouraged people to use.
Generally speaking, Metro garages tend to be easy to park in.
But when WSMV4 investigates drove through, we suspected 42 abandoned cars taking up some of the best spots.
I mean, they were towing cars around off in the raceway path, you know, so why not tow those?
We first noticed this issue on March 25th, so we came back April 17th. And again the next week. And again the week after that. This car and many others are still sitting here with expired tags, and you can see that some people started making note of this literally on the cars 3 months ago.
It's my garage, it'd be gone.
The garage is managed by the Nashville Downtown Partnership and owned by the city. Neither the partnership or the mayor would agree to an interview about this, and both suggested these cars may belong to people who have the $190 monthly parking pass. But after we started asking questions, including today, there was action. We drove through again and found 27 cars now have these notices on them, saying, quote, suspected abandoned vehicle, giving the owners 30 days to get them out. Collectively, the monthly fee they would owe would be more than $5,000 just for the month we've been documenting.
That's lost revenue, absolutely.
Money made from parking in that garage goes directly back to the city. And in a roundtable today, the mayor touched on how revenue is flat compared to what it's been in previous years. We've asked the mayor and the downtown partnership who exactly directed the removal of the cars. The partnership told us this afternoon, quote, the inquiry prompted a thorough review of overnight cars. Marius.
Courtney Allen, thank you so much for being all over this.
More parking is opening up downtown after WSMV4 investigates uncovered dozens of suspected abandoned vehicles taking up spaces in a city parking garage.
Our Courtney Allen joins us now. And Courtney, you can confirm some of those cars have now been removed.
That's right, Lauren. Marius, we know a few were moved out of the garage over the weekend, but there's still a question of what, if any, penalties the car owners are facing. We first showed you these 42 cars Friday, covered in dust with no plates, expired tags, and flat tires, taking up some of the most affordable parking spots downtown at the Public Square Garage for at least a month.
No, they gotta go.
After we started asking questions, these notices ordering the cars to be removed immediately were placed on windows late last week. Monday, we went back. We saw one man who said he was trying to get this suspected abandoned car started for a friend of a friend, and this worker told us he was taking inventories of the cars in question. We counted ourselves and found at least 6 of them have been removed.
Where are these people? That's the question.
This is one of the cars that's no longer there, a truck with no tags, filled with campaign signs for Paul Walwyn, a local attorney who ran for judge 2 years ago. Walwyn told us on the phone Monday that the truck belongs to someone who worked for his campaign, but couldn't say how long it's been there. And that's one of the questions we have for the Nashville Downtown Partnership, who manages the garage. How do they know how long cars have been sitting there? And what will people owe the city once they remove their cars?
Are they just there to park for free? Is that what the thing is?
We emailed, called, and went to their offices and are still waiting on those answers.
I don't know what the dilemma is. I mean, I'm not sure what's happening.
A garage worker told us today that the cost for a lost ticket is just $20. Now, if the suspected abandoned cars we counted were paying the monthly rate they would have owed, it'd collectively be more than $5,000. Marius?
Well, people have been able to park their car for weeks, months, even years at a city garage and not pay a dime for it.
Yeah, it was all because of an operational loophole that WSMV4 investigator Courtney Allen uncovered at the Public Square Garage downtown. Courtney is here with us now with new information she's uncovered in her investigation. Courtney.
Maurice, Lauren, we combed through communications from the Nashville Downtown Partnership, which operates the garage, and we found that old technology was leading to the city losing out on money. This Jaguar is covered in dust with a flat tire. When we first showed you in May, it caught the attention of a viewer.
The Jaguar, when it showed up, was like, I remember him pointing to that Jaguar.
The him is a local man who our source said pointed to this Jaguar 6 years ago. While showing him cars the man was allegedly selling inside the Public Square garage.
And it doesn't look like it's moved since then.
If it hadn't moved, the fees due to the city for this Jaguar alone would be more than $13,000. While it's unclear who owns each suspected abandoned car in the garage, we learned many of them were removed without the city getting paid. Communications we obtained from the Nashville Downtown Partnership, which operates the garage on behalf of the city, say of 20 suspected abandoned cars removed from the garage, only 2 payments were made. How could that happen? In an email, the management subcontractor, SP Plus, says the garage doesn't operate 24/7. During those closed hours from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., you can take your car out of the garage without paying. All you have to do is put the ticket in the machine that vends the gate and drive out.
What is the repercussions, if there are any?
We found there's nothing in place to prevent people from dumping cars. And it's hard to tell how long a car has been there and how much money the owner owes if someone says they lost their ticket. In this email, SP Plus says if they had license plate readers and newer equipment, quote, we would have the ability to protect against this type of issue. The communications that we obtained were from May, following our original reporting. So we asked the Nashville Downtown Partnership what changes have been made since then. They say that they have now staffed the garage around the clock so people can no longer leave without paying, and they're transitioning to a new operations contract with a new provider.